Morning everyone, Sarah Allison here. I just wanted to go over something with you again. I spoke about goal setting before, but I think it's so important because it keeps you motivated, it keeps you focused, it really sets out what you should be doing on a daily basis and breaks down those big goals into the small achievable goals, and that's where your motivation lies. So I tend to stick with the SMART acronym, and SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time scaled. Okay, so I'm going to use an example of saying you want to buy a new car, which probably a lot of us do want to buy a new car. It's part of the dream. So that's a goal, isn't it? Buying a car. But how do you get there? So goal setting is very much like planning a journey. You wouldn't just decide, oh, I'm going to go to Paris, but without no planning of how you're going to get there, how much it's going to cost for you to get there, what time. All of those things mean that you will end up at your destination. If you just say, I want to go to Paris, it won't happen because you're not actually physically putting anything into place to get you to your destination. And that is what goal setting is about. So, big goal is a new car. We then start looking into the specifics, the S of SMART, and so how much do you think you've got to spend? I'm going to use an example of £5,000. What sort of car do you want? Again, I'm going to use an example of a Ford Focus. Do I want it 5-door? Do I want it 3-door? All those things, they're your specifics that you're going to be setting. But your goal is to get to Ford Focus 1.6 in grey 5-door example. Okay, and you decide you've got a budget of £5,000. So what we then need to do is we need to look down and find out, is this realistic and achievable? So your car, you're changing your car because the garage has told you you've got to, and your car's going to die, and they've said it's probably not going to last much longer than a year. So you think, right, I'll try and get the car changed in 6 months. So £5,000 in 6 months. How much is that extra a month that I need to be finding? It works out at just over £833 a month. Now at this point, it's good to go back and look and be really honest. Is that achievable? Is that amount of £833 a month achievable? Do you have that extra? If the answer is yes, great, and we'll go along onto how we go about that. If the answer is no, you need to go back in and you either need to rethink the car. Can I afford a £5,000 car? If you can't move your timescales, you're going to have to move your goal, aren't you? But if you can move your timescales a bit, say, well, actually, I'm going to go for 10 months, you then work it out on that basis. Is that achievable? Yes. So then we break that down. So say 10 months. We're going to go £500 over 10 months. Okay? £5,000, sorry, over 10 months, which obviously is £500 a month. So if you divide that by, we'll say 30 days in a month, that means you've got to earn £16.67 a day. So we'll say £17, so you've got a bit extra. So now you've got a very specific, tied down goal of needing to make an extra £20 a day. Okay? So then you can break that down even further. In network marketing, you can say, right, if I need to make £20 a day, I need to be selling X product. That'll get me £20 a day. And so if I need to sell that product, how many people do I need to speak to? How many adverts do I need to be putting up? And this is where the people who achieve, this is why they do it, is because they break that down. They don't leave it at, right, I need to make £20 a day. They don't leave it there. They go, right, so to achieve that, what steps do I need to take? And that is what goal setting is all about. The more detail you can have in your goal, the more chance you have of succeeding, because you will spot along the way places where it's not going to work, and you go back in and you change your goal. Now, I'm not saying that don't have the big dreams, don't for 1 second say that you don't want to buy a new house, you don't want to do that, but be realistic in terms of goal setting. If you do want a new house and your new house is going to cost you £250,000, you need to break down exactly how much that's going to cost in mortgage repayments, what sort of deposit I need, how much is that going to cost me a month, what do I need to be doing each month, and you need to be making sure that each one of those is achievable, because otherwise you'll give up because you won't be able to achieve your goal. So my advice is start off every single week with a goal, an achievable goal, whether that be I want to get 100 likes on my page, and you break that down. What do I need to be doing each day to get my page liked up? And you will succeed on each of them, and those goals will become bigger and bigger and bigger, and eventually you will be at the point where you can say, I can now look at what the goal would be to buy the house, because you've put all of these things in place. I hope all that's been helpful to you. I'm really happy to go over anything with you on an individual basis if you like. My contact is facebook.com/Sarah Allison Network Marketer. And I'd love to speak to you. I hope you have a great day, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.